It's the start of a new season here in Colorado, and the Rockies have a revamped roster after a very aggressive offseason, nailing prospects like Josh Naylor, Tommy Edman, Teoscar Hernandez, Blake Snell, Zach Eflin, and more. The Rockies really went hard in this offseason, and here is Blake Snell's opening debut for the Colorado Rockies on Coors Field against Jake McCarthy and the Arizona Diamondbacks. First pitch of the game, four-seamer down the middle, and that is a strike. Snell really high, pretty much across the board as this slider is called a ball. 1-2 now. And the slider outside gets McCarthy swinging. Snell has really high strikeouts, hits, home runs per 9. The one downside to his game, and it's a big one, the walk per 9 rating is very low. And we see this here against Geraldo Perdomo as Snell almost takes his head off with the slider there. Full count, 3-2. Snell way inside on the fastball, and his first walk of the season is his second at-bat. We can expect a lot of walks with Snell, but hopefully we can expect a lot of strikeouts, a lot of flyouts, and just in general not a lot of runs given up, as Hernandez will run this one down to end the first inning here. Pretty solid stuff from Snell. Out comes the Diamondbacks' new ace pitcher, as no longer do we have to face Zach Gallen. Instead, we'll have to face Dylan Cease. Josh Naylor, the big free agent signing we added on here on offense, and he fouls off the first hit of the game. Second pitch here, and this one's going to be grounded. That'll be a ground out there for Naylor. So out comes Tommy Edman as our strategy of signing Dodgers players continues. Edman's first at bat here, and he blasts this one to right field. Edman, and it's gone. Into the first row, there's Tommy Edman, the former Dodger, dominates that pitch there. And Cease a little rocked, maybe. Here in Coors Field, Edman can expect a lot more home runs. Mostly a contact hitter, not as much power in his game, but he had a really high batting average last season, and I expect that he could get lots of bases. Now Nolan Jones is a little underneath this one, as it'll be jammed short, and that is an out. Second out of the inning. Zeke Tovar comes in and misses on the four-seam fastball. So the end of the first inning, but we do get a home run from Tommy Edman. Now Snell can't grab the ball here, as Tovar will be able to throw this one to first. That's an out for Blake Snell and Ketel Marte. Saw some news on him the other day where fans were making fun of his mom who had died. That's pretty disgusting behavior in my opinion. Now Blake Snell popping this one up. Edman running it down, but he will not get there, as Moreno will score at least a double here. Edman throwing this one back to Arroyo, and it is a double for Gabriel Moreno. Snell getting up the hit there. Not great from him. Now Eugenio Suarez. And count is even 1-1, and Suarez gets a hold of this one. That's going back, and again in Coors Field, it just takes a little good contact to get that one out of the park. And Eugenio Suarez will score a 2-run home run here in Coors. So the Diamondbacks, who went down quickly 1-0, take that 1-run lead now. Snell now missing inside on the slider, and that is a walk. Not a very sharp second inning here, as that's a strikeout, and or actually rather a strike, but we can't throw the stolen base. So 0-1, 2 away here for Snell. Got to get out of this inning. McCarthy behind 0-2, and he's missing on the slider again. So we know McCarthy's falling for those sliders outside. Now Sean Bouchard in the game, and this is a nice hit. It will not fall in time though. Center fielder able to run that down. Bouchard had an excellent spring after a really excellent September call-up last season, as Arroyo way ahead of this one, and that is the end of the second inning for the Rockies. Snell against Corbin Carroll now, getting in the chase the slider. That slider has been filthy in this game, even when it's well off the plate. Now Snell inside, this one's hit, but Nolan Jones able to run it down, and that will end the third inning for the Diamondbacks. So a little slip up there in the second for Snell, otherwise it's been solid. Now Teoscar Hernandez striking out. First at-bat with the Rockies. In comes Andy Ibanez, and he will get hit in the hip. And that'll be a walk. First walk of the season for the Rockies as Josh Naylor comes back in. And Naylor, weakly hit here, going out. That will be foul, thankfully. Now Naylor behind 1-2. And I guess he check swung on the knuckle curve. I don't really know what happened there. Now Tommy Edman back in the game. Decently timed, but this one, weak contact. That is caught. And it's the end of the third inning. So Rockies offense not really anywhere to be found outside of Tommy Edman. And this will be a base hit. Ketel Marte. And he just kind of weakly hit that up the middle, but Snell couldn't grab it. Arroyo couldn't grab it. And a walk here for Snell in the fourth inning. Things are looking a little dire for him. This one hit. It will be a double play. I almost wonder if we could have gotten the triple play there, but went for the safe double play instead on Suarez. Now Snell getting this popped up. That should be a fly out for Nolan Jones. It is carrying, but Jones will catch it inside the park, and we save ourselves here in the fourth inning. So still well in range of this game. Nice hit here by Nolan Jones. That'll fall in field. And Jones gets to first base on the sharply hit single. So we've gotten a few hits on Cease, but nothing great. Now Nolan Jones takes off. That's a strikeout for Ezequiel Tovar. Not sure why he's swinging on the steal attempt there. And it wasn't even a great pitch to begin with. Now this one, Bouchard hit to the left. Couldn't keep that one fair. Bouchard missing on the knuckle curve low. And that's 2 away for the Rockies now. Andy Rodriguez checks in, and he misses on the knuckle curve as well. One thing I learned was that Cease was a really tough pitcher to hit against. Maybe not quite as tough as Zach Gallen, but I struggled a lot with him. Now Blake Snell going to have a soft hit here for Slater that Tovar can throw out to first base. Jake McCarthy back in. That's called a ball on the high fastball. I don't know about that call at all. 2-1. Circle changeup is called a ball. So behind now, full count, 3-2, and missing inside with the fastball. Blake Snell will walk yet another hitter. Has not been the sharpest game here for Blake Snell as this one timely throw, but Arroyo not able to tag in time as Andy Rodriguez couldn't make that throw. And Naylor with the nice grab here. We're 2 away in the fifth. Snell's might not be able to go for the quality start here as the fastball misses outside. And we put 2 on base. We're still going to keep Snell in the game, however, as he'll walk a third batter here. Bases now loaded with 2 away. And that's Snell's day done. Definitely not what we expected for his debut. Lots of walks. That's not necessarily unheard of, but not sharp everywhere else as well. And now comes Hector Neris, the big reliever we signed in the offseason. Neris had an amazing 2025 campaign with a sub-1 whip, 1.17 ERA. And now he comes in to hopefully save us here, but he quickly falls behind 3-1. Neris low on the fastball, and that's going to be a run by walk there as Neris walks Marte. Jake McCarthy scoring. Now Moreno checks in, and Neris strikes him out. Really nice pitching there. So we unfortunately can't escape giving up a run to walks. 2 away here in the bottom of the fifth, and Andy Ibanez checks into the game, and he'll get drilled in the shoulder. Something about Ibanez Dylan Cease really doesn't like, because he just absolutely nailed him twice this game. And in comes Josh Naylor, who can't nail the first pitch. 0-1. It does say nail or a nice hit maybe. No, this will be a line out and the end of the inning. In comes Caleb Ferguson to pitch. Of course, not terrible last season, but definitely think he could be better. Posted a pretty decent strikeout rate of about 23 1/4. This first hit is weakly hit right to Arroyo and thrown out at first. So Jake McCarthy yet again out. Now Perdomo, the cutter inside. That was really tough to hit there. Perdomo sporting a pretty good hitting rate here against Ferguson, but he does strike out on this one. So 2 away now for Ferguson. Corbin Carroll checks in, and that's going to be the third out, assuming a nice throw. It's clean, and it is the end of the 7th for the Diamondbacks. Rockies defense looking pretty solid. Andy Rodriguez checks in, and this should be a base hit. No! Really, really nice play there as Rodriguez cannot reach first. Most of the time, that's probably going to be a base hit. Now, a nice hit by Christian Arroyo that will fall, and that's going to be a double for Arroyo. Running the second, and he will make it. So 2 away in the 7th. Arroyo in scoring position. Teoscar checks in, and he'll strike out on the inside fastball. Not a great debut for Teoscar Hernandez. In comes Matt Barnes, who will play setup man for us to start this year. And we'll start off with the strikeout. Rodriguez will get the ball to first base on Gurriel. So 1 away. Now Barnes versus Marte. And this one's popped up. Edman giving chase. Can he run it down in time? Yes, he can. Edman definitely has a chance to be a Gold Glove winner for us this year. Now Moreno checks in. This one is nicely hit. Edman, that will be a base hit for Moreno. So 1 on base, 2 away for the Diamondbacks here in the 8th. Got to keep this game at least within 2. And that's an inside strike for Barnes. Nice pitch there. The fastball low gets him swinging, and that's a strikeout to end the 8th inning for the Diamondbacks. So now comes Josh Naylor. This might be the last time through for the Rockies. This one's going, it's carrying, and it's gone! No, it stays in the park. Dang it! Off the wall, and that could have been a double. Naylor probably caught looking at that one a little bit, as I think he thought that was gone too. Tommy Edman checks in now. This one will not fall. Almost perfectly dropped in the breadbasket there, and instead Naylor sits on first base with 2 away. Nolan Jones hits this one. Not well though, and that is the end of the 8th inning. Almost made that a 1-run game. And out comes Phil Bickford. We're not in a save situation here in the 9th. So Bickford will instead get the pitching efforts here. And he's full count 3-2. Gets him to swing on the slider outside. Slater strikes out. And we're now 2 away. Jake McCarthy in the game. Pops this one up, and we're going to the bottom of the 9th, down 2 runs. Offense has been MIA all game outside of an Edman and almost a Naylor home run. And now with David Bednar closing, can we even this thing up? No, not on the Tovar swing on the splitter at least. Sean Bouchard checks in, and he is caught looking at a fastball up high. And so now it all comes down to Andy Rodriguez, who misses on the 12-6 curve. That would have been a nice one to swing at and hit. Inside fastball gets him. Counts even 2-2. And the check swing fails. Rodriguez thrown out, and the Diamondbacks win opening day here against the Rockies. Looked good after the Edman home run, but then everything kind of fell apart. And we'll go ahead and jump into the second game here against the Diamondbacks. We'll have a doubleheader for our opening day as Chris Paddock, their other monster signing, kind of a 2-headed ace effort here in Arizona. And we get to see Josh Naylor against Paddock now. Naylor nicely hit. That's fair, easily down left field. Naylor going to get a double off of this one, and we'll start first pitch. Double. Not too bad. And I get a trophy. Ambush. I don't even know what that means. In comes Tommy Edman, the only one to really score in the first game. And this one's nicely hit. Perfect timing down the right side. And Naylor tries running home. He will be tagged. A little aggressive there. Naylor just doesn't have the speed to try that. And that was just a miss by me. Bad idea. Now Nolan Jones checks in. Ahead 1-0. Missing on that swing. It's a strike, but Edman will reach second base. So now runner in scoring position. And Nolan Jones blast this one to right field. It's going and it's gone. Nolan Jones. A 2-run home run as we get 3 hits to start this game. And Chris Paddock has to have his confidence shot after this start. The top of the lineup absolutely shows up. And now in comes Zeke Tovar. And Zeke Tovar, this one's going to fall foul. Thought we could start with 4 straight hits. Now behind 0-2. Tovar gets this one. It pops up into right field, and it falls just perfectly inside. That's a single for Zeke Tovar. And the Rockies' first inning's not done yet. Sean Bouchard checks in the game and hits this one over the middle of the field. We're at 5 straight hits for this Rockies offense here, and we're showing no signs of stopping as we have 1 runner in scoring position, 2 on. Now Rodriguez missing on the fastball low, falls behind 0-2. Rodriguez hits this one now. It's going to right field and it falls. We'll score 1. Bouchard will not test here. And Bouchard takes off. What am I doing? And Bouchard's thrown out at third. And this was just a scenario where I was trying to use run all instead of having Bouchard singularly go. That one's on me. That's a mistake. The first one was just aggressive. I didn't mess up there. But the second one was a big mistake as we get 6 straight hits to start this game. And unfortunately only scored 3 off of it. Should have been 5. Well, it's Walker Buehler's debut. And he did not have a strong season last year. Was definitely our best pitcher overall, I'd say. But that wasn't saying a lot. First pitch here. Popped up. We'll take that. Okay, guys. We only need 1 to catch the ball. I appreciate the effort, but come on. And you have to feel good. We started last game with a 1-0 lead after the first inning as Buehler strikes out Rojas. You have to feel pretty solid about 3-0, although I would have felt more comfortable with 5. We definitely could have had it, but that's okay as another high fastball strikes out here. What are you swinging at? Not bad from Walker Buehler. Teoscar Hernandez checks in the game. He'll strike out. Still no hits for Hernandez in his Rockies debut. Ibanez checks in. Almost hits this one fair. That was close. And behind 0-2, Ibanez swinging and missing on the slider. So it all comes back to Josh Naylor here with 2 away. Naylor hits this one and connects. It's going to left field. His second straight hit out to left field, and this will be a double for Josh Naylor, his second double of the game. So now with him in scoring position, we just need to score him in. Edman unfortunately gets underneath this one with the weak hit. Center fielder will grab that, and that's the end of the second inning. So we'll go to the Diamondbacks here in the second. Buehler looking sharp to start this game. That's going to be a really poor pitch to swing on, and Buehler will get Muncy out. Now Ketel Marte. And he's fouling off that first pitch. Count runs even 1-1. Buehler. Inside fastball gets him. It's 1-2. Buehler looking fantastic. And Marte missing on the slider. That's a strikeout. Great stuff here from Walker Buehler. His 3rd strikeout of the game. And now he's getting him on another strikeout on the slider. Just excellent pitching here from Buehler. 7 hits to start this game for the Rockies offense as Nolan Jones misses badly on that curve. And then misses badly on the 12-6 again. Almost reaches first base though. That kind of speed. If he had 90 speed, maybe. Zeke Tovar checks in. Not a great start to his season, although he did get a hit this game. But he will be thrown out here at first again. Nice play by the Diamondbacks defense. How about Sean Bouchard? Cannot keep up his hot streak from spring as he's got 1 hit to start the year, but that's it. So back to Buehler. This one popped up. Another bad pitch to swing on there, and Buehler will end the 3rd inning. Still pretty much perfect to start the day. Really liking what I'm seeing from him. And I did consider keeping him as our ace as Indy Rodriguez strikes out here. But we did offer Blake Snell the ace position. I might be regretting that after that first game. We'll see. Teoscar Hernandez gets underneath this one, but it's weak contact, and that will not fall in time as that's the end of the 4th. So the Rockies offense has gone cold. In comes Walker again, and another out for Walker into the 4th inning. So we got just pitching back and forth now as Paddock and Walker definitely settling in. Here in the 5th now, and Arroyo can't grab this one. Bad angle taken by Arroyo. And Walker's first, this will be a base hit, but I don't think that's necessarily Walker's fault. As now he's ahead 1-2 on Gurriel. Gurriel hits this one fair down the left line. And Hernandez will gather it. No test here. But 2 on now. As Christian Walker checks in the game behind 1-2. And he hits this one right up the seam. Hernandez grabs it. Throws it to home. And Rodriguez will tag out. Marte. Nice throw by Teoscar Hernandez on defense there. Great tag out. And now count even 1-1. Alec Thomas hits this one, and Jones gets it. He'll throw it home. They will not test. So bases loaded with 1 out still. Bueller has to escape this inning. Moreno hits this one right to Tovar, and we don't go for the double play. The double play's there to end the inning. Instead, we go home. We don't let them run. But now bases loaded yet again for Perdomo, and he doesn't swing on that. That could have been a grand slam. Perdomo hits this one, and this time between left and center, they'll score 1. They may score 2. They will. They'll score 3 runs. So we don't go for the double play. A baffling decision by Zeke Tovar, and we lose 3 runs because of it. There goes the lead. That'll end the 5th, though, to Naylor. But some bad decision making, and now the Rockies are going to have to score again. Well, in comes Daniel Palencia, now playing long reliever this season. After a decent campaign last year, throws that flamethrower fastball, and I think he's a suitable fit for a long reliever for us. First hit though, and Arroyo again takes a bad angle, and that'll be a base hit for 99 speed Corbin Carroll. So Palencia's got to throw some more of those heaters here, and the strikeout would have hit Muncy if he just didn't go for that one. Now the strike up the middle to Marte. Count even 2-2. Marte hits this one. Naylor can't dive for it. 99 speed. Corbin Carroll's going to third, and he'll reach for sure. So runners on the corners now for Lourdes Gurriel. And he knocks this one up. It's going to stay fair. That's a home run. A 3-run homer. And the Diamondbacks have flipped the script on this game. That should have been the tying home run, not the doubling up home run. Palencia now, second pitch in a row. It's another home run. Christian Walker takes the hold of this one and goes yard. And Palencia falling apart on us here. Maybe not used to that long reliever role or something. I'm not sure. So 3-7 your score. Alec Thomas hits this one. It's another base hit. The wheels are coming off the Daniel Palencia bus here as Moreno checks in, and he strikes out on the 12-6 curve. Okay. Can we at least get a hold of things here? Runner in scoring position. This one popped up to Naylor. He'll tag out. That's the end of the 6th, but that was a nightmare 6th inning for us. Starting the 7th, we'll see Merrill Kelly check in, as that is the end of Paddock's day. Christian Arroyo at bat. First pitch for Kelly, and this one struck. Going deep. It's a perfect hit timing-wise, but it'll be a ground rule double, unfortunately. Arroyo might have been able to get to third maybe with that. I don't know. Then Teoscar with his first base hit as a Rocky. We will not test Arroyo going home, though. So runners on the corners. Teoscar running on this one. And that's a fly out. And I tell everybody to go home. Then the third. What am I doing here? It's the second time in the game where my bad decision making results in 3 outs for us in 1 at-bat. Inexcusable play by me. And unfortunately, next pitch, Joe Barlow on Ketel Marte. Edmund can't run this one down. He might have been able to catch that. Instead, now it's 3-8 as the Rockies are hemorrhaging runs late in this game. Top of the 9th, Tovar at bat, and this is for the game here. Tovar unfortunately fouls off what could have been a home run. Tovar gets a hold of this one, but it's going to be weakly hit, and that's caught out. So 1 away for the Rockies. Sean Bouchard checks in. Can Bouchard? Yeah, he keeps this one fair down the left line. That'll at least reach him to second. He's going for it. And the throw is off the bag. That might have been a dangerous throw otherwise, or run otherwise. Bouchard with the double. Rodriguez pops this up. Great timing there, but another weak contact hit. Bouchard will not tag up to third. He'll stay at second. And now it all comes down to Teoscar Hernandez, or Christian Arroyo, rather. Got the batting order wrong. An Arroyo weakly hit here to third. And that's the end of the game. Diamondbacks win despite 6 hits to start the first inning, 3 runs. The Diamondbacks win this game going away, too. Really baffling decision making from me. And unfortunately, I think I lost us this game. But it was a lot of fun. I will see y'all soon for the second episode as we'll get to see Eflin and Framber. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.